Hi everyone, Donna Winter here. Welcome to my video featuring a new product from Stampin' Up's new annual catalog. All the products featured in this video are available to purchase on my website. I'd love to have you shop with me. I'll also post the directions and all the products I use below in the description section. Thank you so much for watching. Okay, so the project we're going to be doing this week is from the Flowers for Every Season suite. So if you were to purchase this whole suite, it's $180.50, but it comes with a bunch of products. One of the products is the Jar of Flowers stamp set and punch. That's one of the bundles. And the other bundle is Celebrate Sunflowers bundle, which is the stamp set and dies. It comes with Flowers for Every Season DSP, which is 6x6 paper, which is shown here. Flowers for Every Season Memories and More card pack. Flowers for Every Season Memories and More cards and envelopes, which are these cards shown here, and they have matching envelopes to go with them. Mason Jar Shaker Domes, which are these cute little shaker domes that match this punch that go with the stamp set. Flowers for Every Season ribbon combo pack, which has 3 ribbons in it, and here's 2 of the ribbons, and we're going to be using this ribbon today. This is a really pretty ribbon. Flowers for Every Season gems and Stampin' Blends. You get 4 different Stampin' Blends: Cinnamon Cider, Just Jade, Magenta Madness, and Misty Moonlight. So that's a bunch of stuff in that particular suite. But today we're going to be using this Jar of Flowers stamp set with the punch and the domes, and then one of the sentiments from over here. We're going to ink that. So here's the project that we're going to be doing today. I painted the dome on the inside with acrylic paint, which I just got from Michael's or AC Moore. I don't even know if AC Moore is open anymore, but you can get this acrylic paint at the store. I just found it in my stash. But I thought it would be really cute, kind of farmhouse style. Colored the flowers with the blends markers, and this is another one with the different flowers. There's 4 different sets of flowers in the package. So the paper that you're going to need for this project, very vanilla, cut at 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. Early Espresso, 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. Misty Moonlight. I'm going to change up this gray color to blue just to see how it looks. So we'll do it together and see how it looks. Misty Moonlight is 4 inches by 5 1/4. The DSP In Good Taste DSP is 3 inches by 4 1/4. You're going to need another Early Espresso piece, 3 1/8 by 4 3/8. A couple of very vanilla scrap pieces of paper. This just happens to be 3 inches by 2 1/4, but whatever. You could just put it on scrap. And then the sentiment, although it's going to be bigger because we're going to use this sentiment, so this is out. I'm going to get some more scrap paper. All right. So now you're just going to fold that in half. I start putting the layers together just to get it going. And I'm going to be using liquid glue. If I send out cards, I like to use the liquid glue. That way I know they will stay together and it won't. And then also when I do tight layers like this, you get a little wiggle room when you're putting it down, so you get it nice and even. I don't know about you, but when I use the other dry glue, never fails. It'll come up, or I'll put it on crooked. All right, so now we're gonna put some glue on the blue. Misty Moonlight, such a pretty color. That's a new in color. Okay, so now I want to show you how to do the, paint. I just made a mess. Oh my gosh, I make a mess. Anyways, I just put it on a block and I did 2 coats. This is what it comes out like, and it looks pretty good on this side. It doesn't always look great on that side. That's what that side looks like, but it looks good on that side. So you're gonna need about 2 coats. I use this wide brush because it covers a lot. It covers a lot of area. And you can be as easy or as gentle or as messy as you want with this. It's pretty forgiving. Once the second coat goes on, you really can't tell what a mess you made. And this piece of paper that's here is going to be coming off. So if you get paint on it, it's not a big deal. That's where the tape is. Okay. So then I took my heat tool, and you got to be careful not to heat it up, get too close, and to keep it moving. Actually, if you use a hairdryer, it might be better, but this is what I have in my stamp room, so this is what I'm using. But I just keep it moving, and it dries pretty quick. Oops. As long as it doesn't blow off the... Keep it up high so it's not too hot onto the plastic, because it will melt the plastic, I'm sure, if you got it too close. Okay, and then I'm going to give it a second coat. Hopefully that gob right down there, because it got a little thick right there. It is warm, so it does get warm. And it looks like you will be able to get away with 2 coats with this one. I think the last one I did 3 coats, only because I was sparse on the first one. It's not going to look great on this side, but it does look okay on this side. Let's get it a little thicker so we could just do 2 coats on this. If you check it on the other side, you can tell whether it's doing good. All right, then you're just going to dry it up. So it looks like this once you're done. That looks pretty cute. Just think you can do it for Christmas time with red and green. It would look so cute. I'm a big fan of the jars that are painted, so I love that. Okay, let's move on to stamping, and I guess we could have put this on too. Just layered it up and put it aside. This is this piece here. And this is where we're going to be punching the jar punch out of. So decide where you want to put your jar. You could put it more toward the side if you wanted a bigger sentiment. I just have a small sentiment on this. It's not that big. So let's take the punch. I think I'm going to leave it where it is. And it's just a little bit up from the bottom, but how you get it to kind of be the center is look on the edges and see how much of the DSP you can see through. And if you look down, you can kind of eyeball where that's going to go. So I think that's right about where I want it. And you're going to punch. It's pretty easy to go through the 2 layers. It's not that bad. All right, we're going to put that aside. All right, so we're going to put that aside for now. We're going to take, I'm going to use the sunflower stamp. It's really pretty. I'm going to do some coloring in it with the Mango Melody blend and the Night of Navy blend. I don't have the Misty Moonlight blend yet, but that would look really nice too. And this is Memento ink. You're going to stamp that on your scrap piece, and we're going to fussy cut this out. Okay, put that aside for now. And then we're going to color that up. And I have one that's already done with the way I wanted it colored. So I did the Mango Melody, the light color first, and then I went in and did some of the dark colors, which actually I'm going to show you. So let's sit down and color. Okay, so that's it. Pretty quick. So now I'm going to take my paper snips and I'm going to fussy cut this. Okay, so now we're ready to put the rest of the card together. And what I want to do is I want to attach this ribbon to the portion right in the front. I'm going to attach a couple of strips of it. So I'm going to peel back the sticky part. There's sticky part there. And I'm going to put the ribbon right over it and have it stick to the sticky part. And then you can just trim it. And I'm going to put one more strip over, I think. You can put as many as you want, really. Okay. All right, so we're going to peel the rest of this off. I just want to make sure that that's stuck on that. And this is going to go, it's going to get tucked in here. And then you just press that around to attach it. Okay. And then we're going to need dimensionals. We're going to put this on with dimensionals. This right down here is kind of flat, so you're going to put it right up against the jar and just press it down. Okay. All right. So now I do have another item that's not a Stampin' Up! Item. Sorry about that, but it's my little bow maker. So I'm going to make a bow with this. I wrap it around twice. Put it in here. I made this myself years ago. And actually I made it for all the girls in a club that I have too. So all my girls have one. It's a little fun tool. You can make it yourself just by dowels and drilling holes in the wood. So, and then just pull it off and you have a cute little bow. So I stuck this bow on with glue and just put a little dab like that. And stuck that there. Alright. And I'm going to glue the rest of this piece onto the front of the card. This is where you can take this other piece peels too, because some of these jars, if you wanted, you could put something, if you wanted to keep it clear and not color it like I did, you could put something in it like M&Ms or something like that, a little goodie. All right, that's gonna go here. Let's stick to my front of my piece. Okay, let's stamp the sentiment. So I'm going to use the Early Espresso marker. Actually, I don't know why I'm pulling that up. I'm going to use the marker to ink up my sentiment. And I have a scrap piece of paper here. And I'm just going to trim it. I'm going to just cut it with scissors. And it says, "You are loved." So I'm just going to ink up the "You are loved" part. I bet you could think of a lot of people to send this to in this day and age. Okay. And stamp that. And then we're going to trim it. So if you notice, I have a ribbon scissors and paper scissors, because they do. So I'm going to try and eyeball this as straight as possible, which isn't always perfect. You can just follow the line here and try and make it straight. Okay, and then I'm going to flag that. Okay, put a little glue on it in here and glue it in. Glue it in. Maybe I'll trim it just a hair, because my dimensional's right there. There we go. Okay, that's not going anywhere. So that's the card. I like it with the blue. I think it looks great. Here's the other one. So that we really have some pretty flowers in here. And here's the other one. This one here. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. So that's a wrap for this week's product tutorial. Remember, the directions and all the products I used are listed below in the description. My website for ordering is also listed below. I'd love to have you shop with me. You can use June's HOSTESS code if your order is less than $150. But if you do spend $150, you're going to want to keep the HOSTESS rewards for yourself. So hit the subscribe button and share it with your friends, and I'll see you guys next week. Thanks. Have a good night.